20 memorable quotes from film Sling Blade, 1996. Sling Blade is a poignant 1996 American drama. Film written, directed, and produced by Billy Bob Thornton, who also stars as Carl Childers, a mentally disabled man released from a mental institution and struggling to adjust to life in a small Texas town. The film explores themes of loneliness, isolation, and the resilience of the human spirit. Thornton's performance as Carl is both heartbreaking and inspiring, capturing the character's vulnerability, innocence, and determination. The film's supporting cast, including Dwight Yoakam, John Turturro, and Natalie Canaday, delivers equally strong performances. Sling Blade is a powerful and thought-provoking film that has resonated with audiences and critics alike. It was nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay, and won the Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay. Carl, just 'cause I ain't gonna be around no more, maybe, don't mean that I don't care for you. Frank, I care about you too, but you'll be around. Don't say that. Carl, doesn't matter where I was to be. We'll always be friends. You and me made friends right off the bat. Don't nobody ever change that. I kindly want to put my arm around you, then I'm gonna get up out of here and leave. Carl, I love you, boy. Frank, you ever have any brothers or sisters growing up? Carl Childers, I had one there for a little while. But, it didn't get old enough for me to play with it. Frank, why not? It die? Carl Childers, yes, sir. Frank, why? Carl Childers, it got born too early. My mother and father made it come out too early somehow or other. Frank, so it died when it came out. Carl Childers, my daddy came out to the shed and got me. He said, and quote, here, take this and throw it away and quote. And he handed me a towel with something or another in it. Well, I started for that barrel and I opened up the towel. 'Cause there was a noise. Something a moving around in there. The towel was all bloody like all around it there. It was a lil, baby not no bigger than a squirrel. Frank, a girl or a boy? Carl Childers, it was a little boy. Frank, you threw it in the trash barrel. Carl Childers, well, that didn't seem right to me. So I went in the shed and got me a shoebox and emptied out all the washers and nuts and screws and whatnot that were in it, and I taken the little fella and put him inside the box and buried him right there in a corner of the yard. That seemed more proper to me, I reckon. Frank, was it still alive when you buried it? Carl Childers, I heard it a cryin' through that box. Frank, that don't seem right. Seems like you would have kept him and taken care of him if he was your brother. Carl Childers, I wasn't but 6 or 8. I don't reckon I knew what to do. I didn't know how to care for no baby. My mother and father didn't want him and they learned me to do what they told me. These days I reckon it's better to give him back to the good Lord anyhow. Carl Childers, and quote, well, it's a mighty big place to live in. And quote, Carl Childers, and quote, I ain't got no coffee in it. And quote, Carl Childers, and quote, I like them French fried potatoes. And quote, Carl Childers. And quote, well, I'm hurtin', Linda. And quote, Carl Childers, and quote, I played cards with J.D. Shellnut. And quote, Carl Childers, and quote, you can't tell a lie, 'cause you ain't got the heart for it. unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. Well, I'm just a simple man. I like simple things, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. Well, I got me a sling blade, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. I'm a simple man. I like simple things, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. I ain't got no education. Carl Childers, unquote. I reckon what you was wanting to know was what am I doing in here, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. I'm sorry. I don't know much about politics, unquote. Doyle Hargraves, unquote. You don't need to know where I'm going. You just need to know that I'm going, unquote. Doyle Hargraves, unquote. I don't care what none of you'll say. I ain't teaching you how to fish, unquote. Frank Wheatley, unquote. Carl, will you be my daddy, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. It ain't got no gas in it, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. I stand on the hill, not for a thrill, but for the breath of a fresh kill, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. I studied on killing you, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. I reckon you make me mad, but I don't need to kill you, unquote. Vaughn Cunningham, unquote. You always seem so sure of yourself. Why is that, unquote. Linda Wheatley, unquote. Carl, you're a good friend to Frank. Thank you, unquote. Doyle Hargraves, unquote. I ain't running no goddamn charity ward, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. There's a lot of things folks don't tell you when you leave the hospital, unquote. Carl Childers, unquote. I reckon I'm gonna have to get used to the way things is.